Good morning. I'm meteorologist Matt Condon.
And I'm Good Morning Tennessee anchor Tearsa Smith. Thank you so much for joining us right now as we look into your weather. And boy, we have a lot to discuss right now. I hope you've been enjoying the heat because it's only going to get hotter, Matt.
I have not been enjoying the heat. I'm ready for some cooler conditions. I know you're a summer person.
I'm a summer person. I like it.
But I'm ready. It's the humidity. I know we make the jokes about it, but it's the humidity that makes such a difference. And the silver lining for today, I mean, it's still going to be humid, but not oppressive tropical humidity. Still feeling pretty sticky, but we're splitting hairs here, but we're trying.
We're at the pool, we're on the boat, we're doing all the things to enjoy it the best way we can. But you've been teasing that it's going to get really hot next week.
Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday, the potential's there for the hottest temperatures so far this season. We've hit 96. We hit that back at the end of June. We've hit 95 in July as well, but I have 98s on the 7-day.
Wow.
So
okay,
we're
so
really
walk us
going
through.
to heat things up. Good place to be would be on the water. This is the view this morning in Tellico Village. A quiet start. We had a nice sunrise across the area, and we'll continue to enjoy a lot of sunshine into the afternoon with just a limited opportunity for a few random storms developing like we saw yesterday. Most will end up staying dry. I do think that low opportunity for rain is mainly over the higher elevations. So we'll watch that this afternoon, but right now radar is quiet. We are pretty mild out the door. 75 currently in Knoxville. There in Loudoun County, we're also in the mid-70s. One of the cooler spots this morning was, say, from Morristown closer to the Tri-Cities. So through Hawkins, Greene, even into Hancock County, Harlan County, Kentucky. Temperatures are back up into the low 70s, but we were down into the 60s this morning with lower humidity. And you'll see that drop in humidity that really, it was more noticeable earlier this morning because now we're back up into that muggier feel. Morristown, north and east to the Tri-Cities. But you can already see that drop in humidity, less of the pink shading. I mean, every time we pull up this map in the afternoon, it's bright pink, the tropical feel's in place. We will still have, at times, feeling almost tropical-like, but I just don't think it's as oppressive as what it has been the last several days. I mean, it's only a little bit of a difference, but at this point, we'll take it, because in return, even though we'll have the drop in humidity, I think today ends up being the hottest day of the week, Tearsa.
All I know is I need to go to Mount LeConte right now. As I look at this, that's the spot. You got to go high so you can get a little bit more comfort.
Yeah, and temperatures in the higher elevations of the Smokies this afternoon will be in the 70s. Here in Knoxville, we will warm up pretty quickly, expecting highs to be in the low to mid 90s, and 94 would make it the hottest day this week. And then if you factor in the humidity, heat index values in the upper 90s to around 100 degrees. Not terrible. I mean, it's still not great, but it is better than what we will deal with for next week. And you'll notice that's only a short difference from the heat index value compared to the temperature, and that's also a good indicator that humidity levels, I'd say, are a little bit more manageable than what they have been. So not perfect, but also not the worst that we'll have to deal with over the next 7 days. And again, there is a limited opportunity for a pop-up shower or storm through the afternoon and evening, but most will end up staying dry. It's a very limited rain chance overall, similar to what we saw yesterday, just a few storms firing off because we'll still have some humidity out there and it will be a hot and humid day. 94 for high in Knoxville. Many will get into the low to mid 90s. It is going to be hot and again humid with those heat index values maxing out right around the 100 degree mark this afternoon. So we will still have a sticky feel around this afternoon, but again, not dealing with that oppressive tropical feel that really is going to start to move back into the picture over the next couple of days. So take a note of this map right now. You're seeing many 99s, only a few getting into the low 100s, because tomorrow we're going to start to increase the humidity and we're going to have a lot more low 100 heat index values around. So comparing the temperature maps, you'd say, all right, tomorrow's going to be technically cooler, 93 in Knoxville.
Technically.
But if you factor in that increase in humidity, now we're going to feel warmer. Many more will be seeing heat index values in the low 100s tomorrow. So it's still hot and humid for Thursday and Friday, and we're going to continue to increase humidity levels through the weekend as well. Now it's that slight increase in moisture tomorrow that's going to lead to a better opportunity for some rain. So for today, it's a stray shower or storm this afternoon. Coverage-wise, tomorrow it looks a bit spottier. Midday here, you can see a few storms over the higher elevations, and then one or two of those will try to drift into the valley through the afternoon and evening. Locally heavy rainfall, frequent lightning can't be ruled out, even some briefly gusty winds, but these will still be few and far between. Most in the end likely will end up staying on the drier side tomorrow, but I could show you this timeline and it could work for Saturday and Sunday as well. We're just going to keep that pattern going. As moisture levels increase, we'll be dodging hit or miss showers and storms. So it's not a washout of a weekend, Tearsa, but we will have to dodge at least a few storms at times.
You know, listening to you talk about that yesterday, it was bright and sunny in Hardin Valley. I was out that way in West Knoxville. We did a push alert about a car accident on 640. I opened up the T-Dot map. It's gray and pouring rain on that one stretch. It was so confusing. It's very isolated, like what you were saying.
Very isolated. So you could be in West Knoxville, no rain. You could be downtown dealing with downpour. And a lot of the rain over the last really several days, but more so several weeks, have been really favoring the higher elevation. So many in the valley have been asking for some rain. There will be that opportunity, but I do think we're going to stick with the theme. The higher elevations, the Plateau, Northern Valley, Southeast Kentucky, and the Smokies overall will have the better opportunity for some rainfall, and that's pretty common for the summer. Notice the weekend, though, it's going to be hot and humid, low 90s for highs, and we'll still have the high humidity as well. So heat index values for many will continue to be in the low 100s. So in the form of some rain, it will give you some at least brief relief from the heat. Then attention will turn to Tuesday and Wednesday. A dome of high pressure is going to set up across the area. High pressure means quieter conditions, but also we're really going to increase the heat. The potential's there for the hottest temperatures so far this season, with several days of heat index values around, if not above, the 105 degree mark. So yes, I know, summer, it's common. Summer's hot. It's been hot. But now we're starting to get to more dangerous levels, potential for record heat, and there's a lot going on. Of course, people work outside, but also kids are heading back to school. I know they'll be out on the playground in the middle of the day, and we'll have after-school activities. So we just want to make sure that you're paying attention to the heat, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's really when we're going to really crank up the heat and the humidity as well. So starting on Sunday, you can see highs in the low to mid 90s, heat index values right around the 105 degree mark. That carries over for Monday as well. And then there are those 98s Tuesday and Wednesday with, again, heat index values at or above 105 degrees. So there's a pretty good opportunity. At least part of the area will be under heat advisory early next week. So I know that can also lead to some impact. We're wrapping up summer for some students with some of the camps, starting the school year for others. So a lot of activities going on outside, and especially next week.
The kids are on school buses. A lot of them don't have air conditioning. Keep that. Remind them to take their hoodie off. Talking to myself and my kids who live in their hoodies. But also check on some of your neighbors who may not have air conditioning or a good air AC system. Make sure they have fans, all the things. Bring the pets in. Pets get hot. Let them come inside as well. So do all the things you need to do to stay safe.
And that's also good tips because we're not necessarily going to get the relief at night because overnight lows are going to be in the mid 70s. Right. So we're warm at night. We warm up even more in the afternoon. So of course, if you don't have air conditioning or you're working outside, there's just no relief from the heat. And that's where you start to get the more dangerous levels of the heat.
I miss the days where you could just open your windows at night, get a little cool breeze, kind of cool off from the day's heat. Yeah. That's not happening right now.
Not next week at all. In fact, we're going to be close to the records next week. So Monday and Tuesday's records, pretty good opportunity of standing. I'm not expecting the low 100s, but Wednesday, forecasting right now 98. The record is 98, set back in 1995. And I'm in the middle of trying to do some more research to get some perspective. So going back through Knoxville's records, these go back to the 1800s. There have been 24 years that we've recorded 100 degrees or higher. The last time we had a 100-degree reading in Knoxville was back in June and July of 2012. We hit 105 degrees on June 30th, 2012 and July 1st, 2012. Hottest temperature ever recorded in Knoxville.
Wow.
It's been a little bit.
I have this vision of you just going through old paper records trying to find
well, they're all digitized now, so we have them all there. But yeah, it's been several years since we've hit 100 degrees. No 100s on the 7-day right now, but I will tell you, looking at some of the models this morning, they were pumping out hundreds for Tuesday and Wednesday. And regardless whether the thermometer reads 98 or 100 degrees, it's going to feel like we're in the 100s. So at that point, it doesn't even matter. It's going to be hot and humid. So for today, it's the hottest day of this week with temperatures in the 90s, heat index values right around the 100-degree mark, a limited opportunity for a stray storm, but most will stay dry this afternoon and evening. Spotty storms Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It will be hot and humid. Heat index values climbing into the low 100s, getting close to that 105-degree mark. Monday looks pretty steamy. Heat index right around 105 with highs in the mid 90s. We will be weather aware on Tuesday and Wednesday because of the heat. Highs in the upper 90s, heat index values 105 plus, close to record territory, and not much relief at night with overnight lows in the mid 70s. So yes, today is going to be a warm day, but just wait because next week is going to be even hotter.
Okay, so squeeze out that last little bit of summer and all those fun summer activities where you can cool off. The splash pad. That's where you got to take the kids this week. Thank you so much for giving us this look at our weather and warning us about next week with those temperatures heating up, Matt.
Yeah, well, we'll have the latest information, of course, coming up on 6 News at midday. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and have a good weekend.
Bye, everyone.